up, you guys? It's Michelle Contreras here, reporting for Kids First, and it's been a while, but I am back, and today I'm going to be talking to you about yet another incredible Christopher Nolan film, Dunkirk. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am a big history freak. I love history, I find it so interesting, so if there's a movie involving it, then I'm there. So I was very excited to be able to see Dunkirk, and if you guys don't know what Dunkirk is, it's pretty much based on the Battle of Dunkirk, which took place in Dunkirk, France during the Second World War between the Allies and Nazi Germany. The war began May 26, 1940 and ended in June 4, 1940, and the movie pretty much shows all of that happening from beginning to end. And just to wrap up the history lesson right here, Germany pretty much advanced into France, trapped the Allied troops on the beaches of Dunkirk, and the troops hiding from British and French forces were hiding away in the beaches, you know, death day by day, and slowly but surely began to evacuate using naval and civilian vessels. Pretty much anything that could be found. It's a very sad battle. Very sad. But at the end of this battle, thank God, over 300,000 French, British, Dutch, and Belgian soldiers were saved and went home. History segment is over, and now let's talk about the movie. So if you guys did get the gist of it already, it is a war movie. Now, I always forget that I am a fan of war movies until I actually see one again, and I'm like, man, I love action movies. And there's so much drama in Dunkirk. And there's barely, let me just get this straight with you, there's barely any dialogue, but you don't need it. The cinematography, the visual effects, the sound effects, the music, everything just speaks for itself, that you really, at the end of the day, you kind of don't want the actors to talk that much, or you just don't need them to, because everything is unraveling before your eyes without any words. And it's honestly a cinematic, beautiful, artistic experience, and it was all around incredible. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty and talk about everything this film has to offer. Now, Christopher Nolan directed and wrote this film. Now, the second I saw the Dunkirk trailer and I saw made from the director of the Dark Knight trilogy, I was like, sold. That is it. I am a huge fan of the Dark Knight trilogy. I'm a huge fan of any Christopher Nolan movie because he does such a great job, and he's a great director, and you can see that in this movie, how he evokes emotion out of you from literally visuals. It's insane, and there's so much going on all the time. I am going to give you guys a little bit of a visual of what pretty much the movie has to offer. As the movie is starting, you are going to notice that the sound effects are incredibly loud, and there is always going to be a ticking clock, except for the very end, which I can't give it away. But going back to the whole loud explosions, it's not even the theater, it's the movie itself. So don't be startled if you go watch this in theaters. First thing that you're ever gonna hear is a bomb, and it's gonna sound like it's right at the back of the theater, but I promise it's not, it's the movie. So just prepare for a little jump scare, and prepare for that the entire movie pretty much. Now, even though, like I said, I do enjoy war movies, I haven't seen a lot in my time, so I was very startled by the sound effects and everything that was going on, all the bombs going off, the ship sinking, and just so much. And I was biting my nails the whole entire movie. I promise you, it is nearly 2 hours worth of suspense. Now let's get down to Harry Styles. So I didn't know how I felt. Mind you, I am a huge One Direction fan, RIP. And Harry Styles, he's my baby. I love him. But when I saw him in the cast of Dunkirk, I was kind of taken back by it. I was like, wait, you're a singer and you want to act for like the serious movie, like what? And I know a lot of people are going to be scared about Harry Styles playing a role in this movie, but can I just say that he did an incredible job, and I'm not just saying that because I like him and everything. Genuinely did a great job. It's kind of crazy. I was shocked myself, and he had the most lines in the movie, which is crazy. And I promise you can count how many lines there were by your hands. Like, there wasn't that many, and he had the most lines. So it was impressive seeing him perform in this movie, because I did not know that he had him in him. Congratulations to Harry Styles for landing this role in a serious film and for giving it his all, because you can definitely tell. Now, I talk about Tom Hardy, but Tom Hardy is always doing a great job within any role that he plays. So Cillian Murphy did an impeccable job, as well as Mark Rylance, and it's really hard to tell you guys what actor was my favorite, because not really, there wasn't that much dialogue, and they all did such a great job just by their faces and the actions that, you know, Nolan had them do within the film. Now, as far as visual effects go, it was impeccable. It really blew my mind how realistic everything looked. Overall, this film will keep you on your toes, because once you think that, you know, all is well, all is peaceful again, and it goes haywire. But man, I don't even know what to say anymore, because it really is one of those films that you have to see for yourself. It is a cinematic masterpiece, and I don't say that lightly. From directing to the acting to the editing to the visual effects to the sound effects to the soundtrack, it was a masterpiece, and I give it 5 out of 5 stars for that very reason. But I gotta give it to Christopher Nolan, because he really does an incredible job as a director and a writer, and he deserves all the Oscar nominations that he's gonna get with this film. Overall, I give this cinematic masterpiece 5 out of 5 stars, mainly because of its incredible visual effects, sound editing, directing, writing, and historical accuracy. I think this has been one of the greatest reviews yet. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with me. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up, comment down below what you guys think about this upcoming movie, and subscribe to Kids First for more reviews. Until next time, this has been Michelle Contreras reporting for Kids First.
You can practically see it from here.
What?
Home.